Okay, now to a disturbing story from Hollywood, Florida.
Yeah, this is something. Cops are police officers caught on their own dash cam video allegedly trying to frame a motorist. 4 officers, 4 of them are heard plotting to blame a fender bender on a woman after one of the officers crashed into the rear of her vehicle with his patrol car. So after the accident early one morning in February, the officer involved radioed the other cops who converged on the scene. The woman allegedly told one of them that she'd been drinking. She was then handcuffed and placed in the back of the patrol car. Well, the dash cam recorded the officers as they talked about what they were going to say happened.
As far as I'm concerned, I'm going to put words in his mouth. She went to accelerate. A cat jumped out. Literally, a cat jumped out the window, which timing he thought could have been a pedestrian, which distracted him because he was concerned. We're going to bend this a little bit because he's drunk, so it is what it is. I don't want to make things up ever. That's wrong. But if I need to bend a little bit to protect the cop, I'm not. As far as I'm concerned, I'm going to word it that she was in the left-hand lane. Okay. And that when the cat jumped out, she abruptly cut over this lane and slammed on the brakes.
Well, the 4 officers involved are now on administrative leave pending an investigation by the state's attorney office. And joining us from Miami, NBC's Mark Potter. So, Mark, I understand the Hollywood Police Department is conducting an internal investigation and all of this. Quite a mess they have there.
Yeah, they do have a mess, and that's exactly what's happening. The Hollywood Police Department in South Florida is doing its own investigation, and probably more importantly, as you indicated, the Broward State Attorney's Office, the prosecutors here are also looking into whether these officers can be charged criminally. And we also just learned a short while ago from one of the defense attorneys that those same prosecutors this afternoon walked into a courtroom in Broward County and announced that they were dropping on their own all the charges against the woman shown on that videotape, the woman who was arrested. All those DUI charges, we are told, have now been dropped. And her attorneys are describing what happened as a miscarriage of justice. One said it was the worst case of police corruption he'd had ever seen. And those attorneys are also talking about potentially filing civil charges or a civil suit against those officers. Meanwhile, those officers are actually on administrative duty, which means they're not on leave. They're still in the department. They're working. They're getting paid. They're just not out on the streets. Tamara?
Mark, what I don't understand is who's putting those recordings in there. Obviously, they didn't know they were being taped. How's that happening?
Well, they are there as part of a normal police procedure. It appears that they forgot that they were still rolling, and the microphones were picking up the officers as they talked, and they were caught by their own devices. Another point I want to make, there's a lot of talk about the cat. Where was the cat? That story came from the woman herself, who said that the reason she stopped the car, which caused the accident, the officer slamming into the back of her car, she said that she had picked up a stray cat and it jumped out of the car. That's why she stopped. The officers then built on that story. No one's able to confirm actually that there was a cat, and we're told by the people we've talked to that no cat was ever found.
Okay. Is this the result? Are we going to start seeing more and more heightened attention put on misdoings of a cop? Mark, thank you so much. Great.